back to the most realistic and original Diecast Monster Truck Racing YouTube channel out there today. Week 3 of the October season getting kicked off here tonight on Smashdown. Our first round matchups consist of Mohawk Warrior taking on Quad Chaos, and then the Gunslingers back to take on the Dragon Slayer. Now coming up to the line here tonight on Smashdown, he won the Saturday morning jam just a couple of days ago. Nugget returns inside of the Mohawk Warrior. He is now set to take on Josh Brown in the Quad Chaos machine. Both drivers are staged up now at the starting gate. Who's going to be taking the championship win on in the semifinals here tonight? Inside of round 1 action, Quad Chaos taking on Mohawk Warrior. The green light goes down there side by side. Now Quad Chaos with a lead on a Mohawk Warrior. Comes back on him on the big end over the final set of cars, and Nugget is on a rail. He's known for the most bonsai runs out here on the MTA YouTube channel, and tonight he puts Quad Chaos on the trailer early. Next up in round 1, Iron Mike Lanford returns in the Gunslinger Ford out of Oldsmar, Florida. He's cocked, locked, and ready to rock here tonight to take on Larry Ramsdale out of the Backyard Beast Race Team. Dragon Slayer has been proven to be a top contender out here on the MTA circuit. We're going to see what he's got here tonight against the Gunslinger on the outside lane. Both drivers staged up. The green light goes down. Dragon Slayer with a slight lead, but the Gunslinger's coming back. Dragon Slayer turning it over inside of the finish line area. He dumped it on its lid just before getting across the finish line, and Gunslinger will come away with a victory here tonight. What an upstart here tonight for Mike Lanford. As we go back and check out the Crush This replay, down the straightaway they go. Dragon Slayer again got a slight lead on him. Up now over the first jump. They settle it down here in no man's land. Shoot out to the finish line. Dragon Slayer gets a little cattywampus, and upside down he goes, and Gunslinger makes up for the mistake of Dragon Slayer. He will get a victory here tonight inside of round 1. And now our MTA track crew and officials are down there to turn Dragon Slayer right side up after that wild crash here tonight. Larry Ramsdale A-OK. There you see it looks like they bent up the left front sway bar of that truck, so they'll be down in the pit area thrashing here tonight on Smashdown. Again, we're moving right along inside of round 1 competition. Up next on the right-hand side of your screen, El Toro Loco returns to take on Recreation, and then the Monster Mutt Poodle is back to take on defending champion and Wolverine. In the Crazy Bull getting ready to come to the line, new driver behind the wheel, Noah Fuller, the former driver of Hot Wheels, now set to take on Z Kenner in the Recreation Chevrolet. New kid on the block, only been out here on the MTA circuit for a couple of months, has been proven to be a top-tier threat in that all-new Recreation. We'll see what she's got against the El Toro Loco on the inside. Green light goes down there, pretty much even down the straightaway. Up now over the first jump, Recreation in trouble. And what a wild ride by Recreation here on the outside lane. Z Kenner sending in the truck for all it was worth here tonight against the El Toro Loco. We have to go back to the top of the track and see who got the win as we check out the Crush This replay. Both drivers cutting incredible light, pretty much even all the way down the straightaway. Up now over the first jump. Watch the outside lane. Recreation getting a little bobbled up, out of shape, and they go towards the finish line. Look how close it is. And El Toro Loco will pull out a win here tonight over Recreation as she topples it over across the finish line here tonight. The Crazy Bull moving on in the semifinals. But now we get set and ready to close out round 1 action. Violet Craddock returning out of the K&J Motorsports race team to take on reigning and defending Gavin Waddell, the 2-time Smashdown champion now. He has been the Smashdown champion since the top of the October season. He has not lost yet. He's got the Wolverine machine over there on the outside lane ready to see if he can hang on to the flag. Green light goes down. Wolverine with the head start. Now Poodle's coming back on the inside. Over she goes across the finish line. Much like we just saw in Recreation, the Poodle has turned it upside down, and Wolverine will come away with a victory here tonight on Smashdown once again. As we go back and check out the Crush This replay, right here from the top of the track, you see Wolverine. He gets the whole shot on the Monster Mutt Poodle. She's on the inside now trying to make up some ground. They go up now over the first jump. Poodle now going for it, noses over hard, tries to gather it all up, ends up losing it over the final set of cars. Over she goes, and Wolverine will take the flag once again on in the semifinal. Hey guys, Steve here with Monster Truck Attitude. If you ever thought about signing up for one of the MTA events, be sure to head over to Facebook and find our group, Monster Truck Attitude. That is where we hold all the registrations to get into these racing events, and you can see your name in lights right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Be a part of the family and get ready to lock and load on some of the greatest diecast monster truck racing. And welcome back to Smashdown. If you want to sign up for an MTA event, that is exactly how you do it. We're back now with semifinals as Nugget and Mohawk Warrior get set to take on Mike Lanford and Gunslinger, and then El Toro Loco's back to take on defending champion and Wolverine. And right now coming to the line out of Bushnell, Florida, he is cocked, locked, and ready to rock the Gunslinger machine. Now set to take on Nugget over here in the Mohawk Warrior, all the way out of the Uncle Shaggy School of Driving. Again, he won out here on the Saturday morning jam just a couple of days ago. He's trying to keep that momentum flowing, but right now, he's got an old veteran over there on the outside lane. Been with MTA since day one. The gunslinger ready to go. Stage, here's the green light to kick off semifinal. Side by side, they go up now over the first jump. Mohawk Warrior, what a ride for Nugget on the inside lane. And Gunslinger was hanging door handle to door handle with him all the way down to the finish line. And again, we touched on it earlier, Nugget has been known to go for some bonsai rides in the Mohawk Warrior. Let's go back and check out the Crush This replay. Both drivers cut a good light. Again, they're side by side down that straightaway. Watch your inside. Nugget in the Mohawk Warrior sends that bad Larry for all it's worth right here. Coming out of no man's land, rides it out over the last set of cars, and Gunslinger will pull it out by inches. As Mohawk Warrior was walking the dog on the back tires, and over he goes, but nonetheless, Gunslinger is in the finals here tonight on Smashdown. Who is he going to meet there? Is it going to be the new kid on the block in the Crazy Bull? He's not exactly a new kid. He's been around for quite some time. He's just got a new ride in Toro Loco as he gets set now to take on defending champion Gavin Waddell in the Wolverine Chevrolet, now staged up over here on the inside lane. He is currently 9-0 out here on the MTA YouTube channel. Here's the green light down the straightaway. Wolverine's pulling a slight lead through no man's land. Now a close race to the finish line as Toro Loco put up the fight of his life over there on the outside lane, and it looked like Wolverine may have just gotten the win by mere inches as they came across the finish line. We look at the Crush This photo finish, and Wolverine will pull it out here tonight over the Crazy Bull. He is in the final round showdown. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like the past few weeks, we got another trivia question for you. Leave your answer down in the comments section below. But what year did Toro Loco debut in Monster Jam? And again, leave your answer down in the comments section below here on this video. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are geared up and ready for the final round showdown, week 3 of the October season, as defending champion Gavin Waddell and Wolverine come back to the line to take on Iron Mike Lanford and the Gunslinger Ford here tonight. Again, week 3 of the October season, and Wolverine has yet to be defeated out here in the October season. So a lot of animosity out here, some great storytelling as Gavin Waddell has seemed to found his niche over there in the Wolverine Chevrolet. He gets ready to take on the Gunslinger Ford on the inside lane. Both trucks stage. It's showtime down the straightaway they go. They're side by side now. Wolverine with a slight lead, and he'll pull it out here tonight, making the record 10-0 for the October season. Wolverine, the Chevrolet Power Machine, pulls it out here on Smashdown. We go back and look at the Crush This replay. Lanford was right there with him from the start, but the Chevrolet Power may have just been too much for the Ford power plant on the inside lane. They settle it down, a shootout to the finish line. Wolverine once again with a flawless run out here on Smashdown. So give it up now for your 3-time Smashdown champion, Gavin Waddell and Wolverine. And ladies and gentlemen, we aren't sure if the Wolverine Chevrolet is ever going to get beaten out here on Smashdown. We'll have to tune in next week in week 4 of the October season to see if that will come true. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming out and watching Smashdown here tonight. We hope to see you this Thursday for Thunder, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the channel. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll get you down the road. Hopefully they remember to put the answer down in the comments, not the premiere, Cheech.